Alright, so I'm doing this video basically as an inspirational and a motivational video. And I've come to the one place where this video is basically going to make a lot of meaning and stuff. And I'm not sure what I'm going to title the video yet, but it's going to have to do with like being fearless. And one of the reasons I chose this spot, there's a lot of spots that I chose about, but I chose this spot because this is where the fear and everything inside of me was put inside of me, where I was cultivated and brought up in fear, and brought up in control, and being made to live every day of my life in fear of what other people thought about me, of what people that were over me thought about me, of what they were going to do if I didn't listen to them, if I didn't do everything that they told me to do. I was going to be punished in some way. So that's why I chose this spot. This is the place that I grew up. This is the cult that I grew up in, Calvary Temple. I grew up here for 27 years of my life. I'll include a link in the description of the video below if you want to, follow that and stuff. But essentially, this is where it all began for me. This is where my life changed forever. And this is the place where I found myself. This is the place that helped me become the person that I am today. And if you followed a lot of the news stories and everything, you'll find that, we've done a lot of protests, we've done a lot of stuff in the news, media, articles and different things about this place. And we've done a lot, and we've done a lot of work. And it's been necessary, and it's been helpful, and I'm glad that we've done it. Because it's shown a lot of good results, it's produced a lot of good results that this place doesn't know about. They don't know what's going on, but we do know what's going on. And it's encouraging and it's exciting. And one of the reasons that I'm out here too is because the video is about being fearless. I used to be afraid of this place. I used to be afraid of the cult leader, Star Scott. The apostle and the prophet who said that he heard from God and that he knows everything. I used to be scared, like, what if he sues me? What if he calls the cops? What if he does this? Well, I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care what he does. Go ahead, call the cops. Take me to court. Do whatever you want, man. Do whatever the fuck you want. Because I've come to a place where I don't fear you anymore. I don't fear your words. I don't fear your lies. I don't fear anything that you do against me. And the reason why I chose this spot is because it motivates me and it inspires me to be who I am today, to be fearless. And I want to talk about that aspect of fearless for a moment, because I know there's a lot of people out there that doubt themselves. You doubt yourself. You doubt yourself of who you're going to be one day. You look at your dreams and you have a lot of dreams. You have a lot of ideas in your head that you would love to aspire to be one day, that you look and you say, man, if I could just be this one day, or if I could have this much money, or if I could have this car, or if I could, be with this person, or do this great achievement, whatever it is. Maybe you want to get into professional basketball. Maybe you want to be an actress, or, you just want to be rich one day or something, or you want to be a CEO of a business or start your own small business somewhere. And you have all these ideas that you really want to try. But inside of you, there's this thing of doubt. There's this thing of fear that has either been placed there by other people, and they come and they tell you that you're not good enough, or that you'll never be that, or you can never achieve what you want to achieve, and all these different things. You just got to look all that in the face and say, I don't care what you say about me. I don't care what your words say about me. I don't care the doubt that you have against me, because I'm going to show you that everything that you said that I couldn't be, I am going to be, and more. And until you come into that mindset, until you come into that place where you are absolutely fearless, you're not going to be able to achieve what you want to achieve. You're not going to be able to set out and do the things that you want to do. You have to face your fears. You have to come up against your fears. And a lot of times, in the cult, they would tell me, like, it's a lot like some of the spiritual warfare they said that I would deal with and stuff is like, you know, dealing with like a boxing match. And I remember one of the deacons telling me, it's like, you know, you're in a boxing match and, you know, with the enemy Satan, right? And he takes a jab at you, you know, and he takes this right hook to your jaw, and you're knocked down and stuff, and you're seeing stars. And he would tell me that that would happen to me and stuff. And then, you know, what I realized though is that once you get hit like that, you get hit in the jaw, life hits you in the jaw, you know, with that right hook, whatever it is. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe you lost a loved one. You know, somebody died of cancer or some other terminal disease, you know, something. And life just throws that right hook at you. And you're like, man, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go from here. I don't know how I'm going to come back from this. And you're seeing stars. You're like, man, I cannot recover from this. I lost my best friend. I lost my family. I lost my mom, or I lost all these things. And you're like, I don't know what to do anymore. You have to reach deep down inside of you, the fire that is inside of you. And you have to look around at all the fires that are going on in your life. And you have to be inspired by all of the damage that's been caused in your life. For me, I look at the cult that I grew up in. I look at everything that was done to me. I was divorced. I was separated from my family. I can't talk to my sister or my nephews or my niece. No, I lost all my friends. Like, I don't really know many people out here and stuff. I'm taking that fire that's burning all around me and everything that was set out to destroy me and say that I can't be successful in this life anymore. And I converted that into my own fuel and my own energy and my own fire, to where now I have this passion and this fire inside of me to use it not only to inspire myself, but to inspire others that might be going through similar situations or circumstances. Because the fact is, and through my research and doing stuff, this stuff is happening all over the world. People are in situations like this everywhere. I've been reached out to by people across the United States telling me that I was in a situation just like you, and I've been here, and it hurts really bad, and what you're saying makes sense and stuff. And there's people out there that want to hear. There's people out there that are going through the same stuff, and there's people that are going out there, or there's people out there that are going through the same stuff that you're going through, whatever it is that you're facing. And what I want to like try to illustrate to people is that don't doubt yourself. A lot of people place doubt on you. A lot of people will tell you that you can't. A lot of people will tell you that you're nothing, that you're never going to be anything, that you're not going to amount to anything, and all these different things. You just look them square in the eye, and you rise up with that fire inside of you, and you show them the opposite. You show them that you're going to obliterate everything that they said that you couldn't be, and you go be it. You go and demonstrate to them that you're going to destroy everything that they say against you. All of the negativity, all of the shame and the hate and everything they poured out on you, you take that and you use it to inspire other people that are being told the same stuff. You use it for good. You use the trials that you go through in your life. You use the fires that you experience in your life, and you use it for good to help other people get through the hard times in their life. And you know, I look at a situation, you know, we're facing. You know, we just came on the 15th year anniversary of 9/11, and I was watching some videos of the attack and stuff, and it was just heartbreaking just to go back and look at that stuff. It's very heartbreaking to just watch as those people were just like trying to climb, like reach their hands out the window, like that smoke is just billowing out the windows, and they're like, they have nowhere to go. They're trapped. You talk about a hopeless situation. You talk about a place where there's nothing you can do. There is no hope in that situation. I mean, fires are burning all around them. This plane is crashing into the building. There's nothing they can do to save themselves. And it's clear because, you know, some people, they gave up on hope, you know, and they jumped for their lives, you know. Watching the videos and watching them jump out of those windows is it's just one of the most difficult things to watch. somebody truly at the end of their ropes, ready to give up. Somebody who doesn't have anywhere to turn. They don't have any place to go. And they say, the only thing that I can do is to end it all. Because I don't have anything left. I have no hope left. And I thought about it more. And I'm sure, I guarantee, that there was somebody somewhere in that building, at least one person, who was in the same situation, the same hopeless situation. They didn't have anywhere to go. They didn't have anywhere to turn to. And they realize that it is absolutely hopeless. And there's no getting out of this. But what I think happened, and I'm sure happened, and what I'm realizing that's happening in my own life and in the hopeless situations that I find myself in at times, is that what do you do when you're in a hopeless situation? What do you do when you lose all hope? What do you do when the odds are stacked against you? When everybody is looking down on you, when everybody's saying everything bad about you, when you literally have nowhere to go, you have nowhere to turn to, what do you do in that moment? And to me, when you're in a hopeless situation and you absolutely have no hope left, there's two possibilities. One, you can give up, or two, you can become the hope. You might not have hope. You might be in the hopeless situation, but you can become the hope. You can become the hope and the inspiration for others. You might be facing dire circumstances of your own, but you can take what you're facing and you can become their joy and their inspiration and their hope and their peace to get them through the hardest of times in their life. And now you've divinely inspired yourself to become everything that they need to be able to get through their situation. And that's what I'm finding in my own life, is that I found a lot of hopeless times in my life where I had nothing to go to. There was a period in my life where I was literally thrown out of this place. Right over there, right behind that Range Rover of the cult leaders, in that little courtyard over there, I was defamed, I was slandered, I was told all kinds of hateful comments. As I was told that I'm a danger to society, that I'm a danger to this fellowship, and that I could be the next Jeffrey Dahmer. I didn't even know who the hell Jeffrey Dahmer was at the time, so I was kind of confused. But then I looked it up later and I was like, you have got to fucking be kidding me. Like, you're gonna call me this and tell me that I'm gonna be this? When you knew me for 27 years of my life and I didn't do a damn thing to harm anyone? I'm like one of the most peaceful people there can be. I'm emotional, yes. And especially through everything that I've gone through right now. But what I found is that emotions are helpful because emotions help you get through some of the hardest of times. When you rely on those emotions, you rely on those psychological factors to get you through some of these most difficult times that you're facing. And a lot of people look to different things. Some people look to their faith and they look to God, and you know, other people look to friends and family, but sometimes you don't have anything. There are people out there that don't believe in God. There are people out there that don't have friends, that don't have family. Their family's gone. They lost them all. And they have nothing and they have nobody. And what do you do in that time? What's your hope? What do you get through? And the answer to me is yourself. You are the hope. You are the hope for yourself and for others. You can become an example for others. Your pain and your suffering and the trials that you've gone through can be used to go through and inspire others that are going through the same thing. And you can become an agent of good and not of evil. And the evil that was used against you to make you look like you're evil and that you're harmful and all these different things, you can take that and you can say, you know what? I don't care what you say about me. I don't care what you say about me to others. You can say whatever you want and do whatever you want, because your words don't hurt me anymore. Your words don't hurt me. They just inspire me and they fuel me and motivate me to be able to be everything that I never thought that I could be, everything that you told me that I couldn't be. you're inspiring me and you're fueling me and fueling this desire and this fire within inside of me to just go out and inspire others and help them through their life. Whether it be, for me, I'm finding right now it's through writing, because I like to write poetry and stuff, and now I'm currently trying to get into the whole rap scene and everything like that. And it's something like, is it going to work out? I don't know. But it's something that I want to pursue, that I want to see, that I see as an opportunity that maybe perhaps this could work out. Maybe I could help inspire other people in my life through this way and stuff like that. And that's why I've kind of gotten into that scene and stuff too, because I mean, when I was growing up as a teenager, I listened to a lot of Eminem, and Eminem inspired me a lot. And the one thing that he said the most that really inspired me the most was in one of his songs, Lose Yourself. And at the very end of the song, he makes a statement that a lot of people are familiar with, and that's, you can do anything you set your mind to. And I live off those words, just that phrase, you can do anything you set your mind to. It doesn't matter how many odds are stacked against you. It doesn't matter who's staring you down in the face saying that you can't, and the crowd that's, all around you telling you that you're nothing and you're evil and that and you're not going to be anything. You can look all of that in the face with fearless courage, passion, and you can inspire people with your life. And going back to that whole thing with like the situation, with the anniversary of 9/11, I'm sure there was somebody in that building that they saw the hopeless situation that they were in, and they were like, you know what? Yes, everything's hopeless right now, and I'm probably never going to see my family again, and I'm never going to see, the light of day again after this, and there's no hope. But you know what? I'm going to take these last few moments that I have on this earth, and I'm going to use it to inspire others, and I'm going to use it to be the hope for them. I'm going to use it as my last final dying moments. I'm going to use it to give life to others and hope and peace and joy to others. And that's what I look at, and I see that all of us can do. It doesn't matter what situation you find yourself in. It doesn't have to be a hopeless situation. It could be just a negative situation that you find yourself in. Maybe you're like, man, I just, maybe you got fired from your job, that's not totally a hopeless situation, because you can find another job. But it's still very negative, and it is very emotionally trying, and it is something that none of us like to go through. But you can take that circumstance, and you can apply that same principle. You can apply the same principle of inspiring yourself and using that motivation to get you through that hard time, whatever hard time it is. Like I said, it doesn't have to be hopeless. It doesn't have to be a dire circumstance. It could be just like, man, I got into a fender bender or something. Like, you can use that to help inspire you. And the whole thing about it is staying positive through the dark times, staying positive through whatever time that you face. Maybe you just wake up one day and you're like, man, I just do not feel like even getting up. I don't even feel like I can move. I've had those times where I just wake up and I'm just like, man, I can't go anywhere. Anybody that suffers from depression, battles with depression, they know that. They know that feeling. They know that feeling, and they're like, there's a lot that you face in that moment where you're just like, a lot of emotions come in, and you can't really explain everything. And for all those that know what I'm talking about, like, you can definitely relate. But the thing that I find is that all you have to do is find some kind of inspiration. But the main point of this video is for people that have no inspiration, that have no hope, that have nothing to turn to, that have nobody to look to. You've lost all your friends, you've lost all your family, you lost your job, you lost everything. You've lost everything that you have, the hope that you have. I'm encouraging you to be the hope. You be the hope, you be the inspiration, you be the fire, you be the energy, and you start inspiring others, and you start taking everything that you can be, everything that was meant to destroy you. You take everything, you take all that evil, you take it for good. This place, it meant to destroy me. It meant to take everything away from me. It divorced me from my wife. It took me away from my niece and my nephews. It took me away from my family. It made me cut off my parents for 7 years. But I want to take that fire that they use to try to destroy me, I'm going to convert it into energy, and I'm going to use it to inspire others that are going through the same thing. I'm going to use that fire, and I'm going to use it to help other people through their hard times. And yeah, it was hopeless for me, and I didn't have anybody to turn to, but I chose to become that hope for others. And that's what I'm saying for you is, whoever you are that's out there, you might be going through the same thing. Maybe you're alone. Maybe you're in your own prison. Maybe you're in your own time where you have nothing. I want you to know that you do have something. You have you. You have yourself. You have value. In yourself, you have value. Don't let anybody tell you that you don't have value. When I grew up in this place, they told me that I need to die to myself and that I have no value and that I'm never going to amount to anything except being a servant to this cult and in the kingdom of God and stuff. And I realized that, this place is not exemplary of a true church, and that is a straight fact. But the thing that I find is that these hardest of times that I've been through in my life, these times that I've been through, they're making me into the person that they said that I could never be. They're making me reach for the stars that I thought that I could never reach. They're making me reach for things that they told me, you're never going to be this. You're never going to amount to this. You'll never get past this. You're not special. You're not, you're not like Joseph. You're not like Daniel. You're not like Moses. None of them are like you. You'll never be like that. You're just another ordinary person. You're just a nobody. But me, the cult leader, I'm the apostle, I'm the prophet, I'm somebody. We're somebody, but you're not. And they would put us down. They would put me down. They're putting my friends down in there. I have friends who I consider friends. I have family who I love that are in there. And they're just putting them down constantly and saying, you're not going to be anything. You're not going to amount to anything. And I hate that. And honestly, dealing with cults, there's nothing you can really do about it, honestly. Because brainwashing, mind control techniques, hypnosis, all these different things, it's real, it's powerful, and it works. And I'm still trying to find ways that I can use to chip at different things and get my point across. And this is one of the things that I'm doing and using and strategizing. There's a lot of stuff that I do that they realize that I don't do, and that they'll never see that I do, because I'm not going to let them see that I do it. Because I don't want to reveal my hand, because you don't do that in a strategy type game. Which that's pretty essentially what this is it's all strategic, and it's like one big war. Like he's strategizing, they sit in that back room there, right there where all the cameras are, over there. They sit in that back room and they strategize, and they draw counsel from one another to understand, like, how can we best tackle this situation? How can we manipulate this person? How can we control this situation? How can we prevent this information from getting out and control information and stuff? And they're smart and they know what they're doing. But I'm smart and I'm intelligent. And I know I am. And there's people out here that are smart and intelligent, and they know they are. And some don't know they are. And that's a part of the other point of the video is just to awaken your mind, to awaken yourself, to let you know that you are important, you are valuable, you do have value in yourself. And you don't have to be put down by other people. You don't have to let other people walk all over on you and tell you that you're nothing, and tell you you're never going to be anything and all that stuff. You got to get rid of all that negativity. You got to get rid of all of that. Don't let it affect you, but rather take that negativity and use it to fuel you to become everything that they said that you couldn't be. Because that's exactly what I'm doing. I use all the words. I love it when they spew words out against me. I love it. I love the attack that they sent to me, because it's made me who I am today. If he didn't tell me those horrible comments about how I was going to become a serial killer and all this stuff. By the way, it's been like almost like, I don't know, 800 days since you accused me of that, and still nothing's happened and nothing's going to happen. Just thought I'd throw that in there. But the fact is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what words they throw, because I'm just using that as fuel. I'm using it as fuel to inspire myself to help others, because I truly believe in helping others. I truly believe in peace, and love and harmony and joy. You know, a lot of people talk about like racism. I'm totally against racism. I hate racism. Because the way that I look at it, there's one race, the human race. And we're all in this life together. And we don't need to look at each other with discrimination. We don't need to look at each other with hatred and all these kind of stuff. We need to come with compassion and understanding and sympathy for one another and lay all the facts on the table and say, all right, let's talk about this. Let's discuss this. But when people don't want to talk about facts and they don't want to discuss what's really going on, you know they have something to hide. And you know you really can't trust them. And that's a sad fact of life. But it is what it is. But again, you have to adapt to that environment. You have to adapt to that circumstance. And you have to take all of that and use it for good. And that's what I'm trying to do. I believe in defending the helpless and the weak. And, you know, all the fear, you know, that other people put on others. You don't want that infected into others. And there's no reason it should be. Nobody deserves to suffer fear. Nobody deserves to live in oppression and torment. Nobody deserves that. So my question is what are you going to do to help inspire others, to bring them out of that torment? And maybe you're going through your own torment, but put aside your own torment, use it to help others. Use your despair, use your suffering, and use it for good to help other people. Because you can definitely do that. And you don't need to fear. You don't need to be afraid. You know, I don't know what it is that you're afraid of. I'm afraid of snakes. I don't like snakes. There's a few snakes in here, and I don't like them. I'm not afraid of those snakes, though, but I don't like real snakes. I don't like those and stuff. And so, you know, the best way to conquer any fear is to face that fear. Whatever your fear is, maybe your fear is, I used to fear this place. I used to fear like coming out here and like, oh, what are they gonna do and stuff. I don't care what they do anymore because I'm fearless against it because I know my rights. I know what I'm doing is right. I know that I'm standing for truth and that I'm standing for what's right, and I'm trying to help people and I'm trying to help inspire people. I'm not trying to do what they're trying to do and all these different things. And they got a drone out here and they're trying to record me and stuff. And let them record. I don't care. I'll even take this video off to let you see. This is what they're doing right now, yeah? There they are. Let them do. Let them do what they want, man. Let them record. Like, you can hear the hum. Let them record. I don't care. I don't care if they record. Let them record. Why do you need to record when you have 6 different cameras like all across the building? Why do you need all that kind of stuff? It doesn't matter. I don't care. But what I want people to know is that you can face your fear. You can take your fear and you can conquer your fear. You summon that fear. Whatever that fear is, you summon it in your mind. I used to be afraid of demons and stuff like that. So there was one day where I was just like, you know what? Come at me. Just come on. Bring it. And you face that fear and you overcome it and you realize that it's not what you thought. Because a lot of it's psychological. It's in your head. And it's mind over matter. And whatever it is that you're facing, whatever fear you're facing, just go inside of your head and start showing yourself that you can conquer that fear. You can rise above the fear of whatever it is that you're facing. And pretty soon, you'll be able to face any fear that comes against you. I used to be scared. I used to be scared that they're going to do all kinds of stuff to me. Now I don't really give a fuck anymore. Let them do what they want. Because the one thing, and the other thing that I want to point out in this video is that no matter what anybody does, no matter what anybody does against you, whether it's their words or even if it's in physical harm towards you, if somebody were to physically harm me and take away my life, I want them to know something, that you're not going to take away me. Like, I might not be here anymore, like on this earth, but you'll never take away who I am. You'll never take away the inspiration that I've been to others. You'll never take away the legacy that I leave behind for others. And all of my emotions and everything are going to live through the lives of others, and it's going to continue on. And yet, you might be able to hurt my body, and you might be able to take different things away from me. You can take my clothes, you can take my money, you can take my job, you can take my car, you can take my life, but you're never going to take who I am as a person. You're never going to take that away. That's always going to live on. And it's going to live on in the hearts and the minds of friends and family and colleagues and other people that knew me. And that goes for every single one of us. No matter who you are. I think about a lot of people, a lot of good people that we lost, a lot of well-known people that we lost. I think about guys like Paul Walker and Michael Jackson, and you think about Prince and Whitney Houston and guys like Robin Williams. Robin, just such a tragic end for Robin. And Robin was such a great guy. He dealt with depression and stuff, but man, he inspired so many people and he brought joy to so many people's lives. And the thing that they don't realize is that, yeah, he's gone, but he's still living on. And his legacy and everything that he's done to help inspire and help other people, that continues on. So in essence, he's still alive. He's still living. He might not be here. And whoever it is that you've lost in your life, maybe you lost somebody. It doesn't matter if you've lost somebody. They're still with you. Oh, you're good. The thing that they're doing, or the things that they've done in your life, they've helped you get through some of the hardest times. Whether it be your grandmother, whether it be your mother, your father, brother, sister, whoever, maybe you've lost any one of those. Just remember that they're living on. They will always live on. And remember that you will always live on. You will always continue. Even if you're not around, you're gonna live on. And just always have that courage, always have that passion and that burning fire inside of you to know that you bring value to this world. Each and every single one of us can bring value to this world. It's all about our choices, what we choose to do, what we choose not to do. This guy right here, Star Scott, he has not brought value to the world at all. He's caused the opposite. And there's people like that are out there, and it's their choice. It was his choice when he made the bad choices that he made. And he made those choices. But you know what? Anybody at any time can reverse those choices. And they can choose to do the right thing. Even for him, he can still choose to do the right thing. And I used to hold a lot of hatred and stuff. I remember there were times when I would just go out in my car and just curse him for till no end. Just driving, just dealing with a lot of the psychological trauma that they put me through and the labeling, that they put on me and everything. And it did so much to harm me psychologically. But I got over it. I got through it. There's been a lot of people that have hurt me in my life. And I'm sure there's been a lot of people that have hurt you in your life. And if they haven't yet, I'm sure they will one day. I'm sure sometime along your life, you're going to experience pain. You're going to experience suffering of some degree. But what you need to know is that you don't have to hold on to that hatred and let it kill you. You don't have to hold on to bitterness and anger inside of you and just let it fume and poison you. Because a lot of times people will say, well, if you hang on to hatred and bitterness, it will poison you. And yes, that is true. If you do, it will. The hatred and the evil that they meant against you can end up killing you inside. But what you can do, I don't necessarily believe in getting rid of the hatred. I believe in taking that hatred and converting it and using it. Almost like you take you take the resources in the ground and you use them for other purposes. You convert that into energy. And that's basically the same thing. Take the hatred that's placed against you. Take the hatred that you feel in your heart as a result of the hatred that they had against you and use that and convert it into energy and use it for good to inspire others. because that's what you can do. And every single one of us can do it, no matter where we are on the face of the globe. I know there's going to be a lot of people that see this one day. Right now, I'm the only one looking at this right now. But one day, a lot of people are going to see this video. And I want you to know that whoever you are out there, whatever circumstance you are in, you can get through it. You can defeat it. You can conquer your fear. You can face whatever it is that's stacked up against you. You can look it straight in the eye with confidence. Not arrogance and cockiness, but confidence, because you know who you are. You know the value that you hold in yourself, and everything that they said that you aren't and you can't be, you know you can be, and you know you can achieve everything that you've ever wanted if you just put enough effort and time and you have the determination and the motivation to do it. And so I just want to use this video to inspire you to be motivated. Use people that hate you for your advantage. Use the hatred, use the evil that's used against you, and take that and convert it into energy to inspire others and use it for good. Because the fact is there's too much hatred in this world. There's too much evil. And why be the hatred? Why be the evil when you can be the good? Take the hatred, take the evil that they use against you, convert it into energy, and inspire others to be good. And I guarantee, if you have that mentality, you can face anything that you face in your life, no matter what the situation is. Because I know, because I've been through some of the hardest times that anybody could think of. It's turned my hair literally gray because of all the stress that I've been through. But I know that I can get through those hard times, and I know that I can achieve anything if I set my mind to do it. So, I'm going to leave a link behind this video, you know, to the story related to this cult and what's going on and stuff if you're interested in hearing it. But please let me know your comments below. I hope this inspires you, and I hope you really truly believe in yourself and really go out there and face your fears and conquer them. Stay awesome.